Hey guys, my name is Emily and today we are going to be picking prompts from a jar to determine which books I may or may not read in April. A theme, I know nothing about it, so let's hit it. One, I have a Kindle Unlimited subscription, nonfiction. And then there's a War with Gods. So today's gonna be pretty straightforward. I have a little jar-ish thing with a bunch of colored strips of paper that each have different TBR book prompts on there. Each color represents a different category. There's 8 categories, including cover or title, author, plots and tropes, genres, location, numbers, challenge, and helper prompts. I'm gonna pull 8 prompts and get 8 books for this month. And the goal is to have a more limited TBR, so I'm not so overwhelmed with all the books out there, and also try and hit some goals of mine. For example, reading down my physical TBR. I have about just over 30 books on my physical TBR that I want to have read 85% of by the end of the year. I have a Kindle Unlimited subscription that I want to read at least 2 books from every month so that I'm getting something out of that. And that's about it. So it should be pretty straightforward and easy to find books, hopefully, that I'm interested in. Let's get started. All right, so here's my jar, and let's just dive right in, see what we get. All right, the first one is pink. Pink is a challenge, so off to a fun start. A book made into a movie or TV show. All right, so this is a good prompt because there are a couple books out there that I want to read because of a movie or TV show. Obviously, Dune just came out. I watched Dune. We watched it the first weekend it came out, but I do now want to go back and read the book. Something more pressing, though, is The Three Body Problem. Just came out on Netflix as a TV show. My boyfriend's read the book, and he really wants to watch the show now, but I've been wanting to read the book before we watch the show, so maybe I'll try and sneak that in before we watch it. I was gonna give up, but now that we have this prompt, maybe I will try and read it. So let's put that down as our first book of the month, The Three Body Problem. I don't know too much about the plot. I know that it is translated, which I've been wanting to read more translated literature, so that's great. I think it's about something to do with aliens coming to Earth and how different governments adapt to this, and like how different, yeah, that's kind of all I know is different reactions from governments and how rules and how society reacts to aliens. I think that's going to be really interesting, especially because I just finished The Measure, which was all about how government and how society reacts to everyone figuring out how long they're going to live. So I think that might be kind of on the same vein. So yeah, we've got our first book. All right, let's grab our next prompt. I'm gonna kind of dig in down there. All right, we got an orange, which is a cover or title related prompt. Oh, this one is nice and easy. It's just a beautiful cover. Okay, so a beautiful cover. That's probably gonna grab something from my TBR shelf and actually start getting one of those down. So let me go look and I will be right back. All right, so I went over to my bookshelves and I actually grabbed a book that I have on display but haven't read yet, and that is this cover of Little Women. I love this cover. I think the gold foiling is beautiful. The reason I bought it is because I thought it would go so well in my previous apartment where things were green and yellow. I was just watching, this could also go for our last prompt. I was just watching a trailer with the Little Women with Timothée Chalamet and Florence Pugh, the movie adaptation of that, and I was like, oh, I need to watch that. Like, that needs to be on my list. And so I put this, because this seems like kind of a pain to read because it's kind of chunky. So I actually put it to grab it at the library. So there you go. We'll fit that right on there, Little Women. Let's grab our next prompt. Another pink one. That's gonna be another challenge prompt. All right, random number generator and count Goodreads of our physical TBR. Okay, so I have a shelf on my Goodreads that is basically physical TBR. Let's see how many are on there. All right, we've got 32 books on my physical TBR on Goodreads. We've got a random number generator from 1 to 32, so let's hit it. 1. Okay. All right, well, 1 is Little Women. 1 is Little Women, which we just added. So let's do it again. Let's do 1 to 32. 16. Okay, halfway point. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 16. The Last Tale of the Flower Bride. Oh, that's great because that is one I just purchased this year. I got it at a library sale where all the books were $1 and the hardcover books were $2. So I got it for $2. Let's go grab it. Okay. We got The Last Tale of the Flower Bride. It's a book of the month one, so this was clearly donated to the library, and then they probably don't put book of the month like in their library. Like, I truly have no idea what this book is about. I like going into books without knowing much of anything. All I know is it's like gothic, fairy tale vibes, great ambiance, and that's all I know about it. So I guess this will be nice because I'm literally looking out right now and it's so gloomy and dark and sad. So maybe this will be a good one to read in that ambiance. Sounds good. All right, we got 3. Let's go on to our 4th prompt. Dropped one, I'll grab that in a sec. So we've got Yellow, which is a plot or trope. And this is a book with multiple points of view. All right, I can't get it to focus. I think I'm gonna give up on that. What are some good books with multiple point of views? Maybe one from our Kindle. Let's see. Is Divine Rivals, does that have multiple points of view? I think it does. Yes. Divine Rivals is told from, oh, okay, fantastic. So let's do that. Let's do Divine Rivals for one of our Kindle Unlimited picks. Okay, so this is good. We've got 2 physical TBRs. We've got a Kindle. Doing great so far. I love it. Oh yeah, what is Divine Rivals about? I truly don't know. Again, I think it has something to do with typing letters back and forth on a typewriter. And then there's a war with gods. And it's like based on World War I. Takes place in that era. Like, that's what it's taking inspiration from. That's what it's taking inspiration from. So I think that'll be fun. Yeah, I know it's really popular and I feel very late to the party reading it, so I'm glad that we're gonna add it to this TBR. All right, so now we're halfway done, so let's pick our 5th prompt. Getting deep down in there. Light pink, a new color. All right, so light pink is numbers. And this is a title with 5 words. What could that possibly be? I'm gonna look through my Goodreads physical TBR. A couple ones I'm seeing are Things We Never Got Over, from the first in the Knock 'Em Out. We also have Beautiful World, Where Are You by Sally Rooney. And I do kind of want to catch up with I do want to read my Sally Rooney books that I have because she's coming out with a new one. So that might be the one. We also have House of Earth and Blood. We could start the Crescent City series, but I don't know if I'm down for that. You know what? Let's do Sally Rooney. Let me go grab my copy. Okay. Ooh. We've got my copy of Sally Rooney's Beautiful World, Where Are You? Clearly got it at half price books. I will take that sticker off. I truly have no idea what this book is about. Like, not even the faintest scent. not even the faintest. I really don't know anything about this book, but it's Sally Rooney and I feel like she's hit or miss. She's the one who writes without quotation marks around her dialogue. So we're just gonna add that to the TBR without knowing anything about it, and let's see how it goes. All right, let's pick the next prompt. Oh, we got another numbers, another pale pink. A book with an odd number of pages. You know what? I have a couple books I do want to read. Let me just look them up and see if they're an odd number of pages. It's so hard though because I don't usually go off of how many pages a book has based off of Goodreads, because usually like the Goodreads number goes to the very end, even if there's like acknowledgements or like excerpts of another book at the end. I don't like to include that in the page number since I'm not gonna read it. So I looked on Goodreads and One Dark Window is 399 pages, the paperback version. That is odd. So I'm gonna use that for now. There's another book that I want to read with it. So if I get like the actual copy and it's an even number, then hopefully the other one will be odd so we can use that. But either way, I'm gonna put One Dark Window down for now as a book with an odd number of pages. Amazing. All right, we've got 2 more prompts to pull. All right, we got white, a new color, and white is genre. This is a nonfiction. Oh, you know what? You know what I just got in from the library? Me being all like upset about reading nonfiction. No, girl, the library's got me. Crying in H Mart just came in at my library. We will borrow that. I'm excited to read that. I've heard amazing things. I've heard it's really sad, so I have to be prepared for that, but I've heard great things, so excited to read it. This is just, wow, a theme. I know nothing about it beyond that it's a memoir. Yeah, a memoir about a Korean girl who lost her mom, I think. We'll see what that's about as I listen to it this month. Also realized I did not give a plot summary for One Dark Window, and that is because, again, I know nothing about it other than some kind of mist is involved, and it's a fantasy, and she's doing something with mist. That's all I know. So we'll find out about that as well this month. Okay, with all that helpful information I am providing you, let's pull the last prompt. Hopefully we get a different color because we got a lot of same colors. All right, I see in the viewfinder there's a green, and that's a color we haven't gotten yet. This is going to be a location prompt. A book set in the future. Oh, what a bummer, because the 3-Body Problem, I'm pretty sure, takes place in the future. What other books take place in the future? Let's do some Googling. Station 11, I've read. I didn't know that the Lunar Chronicles took place in the future. I've also read that. The Martian, Brave New World. I'm pretty sure this one, I saw that this, yeah. This one, we could we do need another Kindle Unlimited. And this one's nice and short. And again, I'm gonna know nothing about it. I just heard it's weird and heard it from someone on BookTube talk about it, but I don't totally remember what they said. Or if they even liked it, but this is a short one and I literally just saw that it was in Kindle Unlimited. A Psalm for the Wild Built. A Psalm for the Wild Built. So that's an option. The Sea of Tranquility. I read Station 11. I didn't love it, but I think that was also because it's about a pandemic and we lived through a pandemic and it was kind of like, okay. Red Rising. That could be another like full-size book. You know, I think we're gonna go for A Psalm for the Wild Built. I think It'll be nice to have a short book on here. It'll be good to have another Kindle Unlimited book in my TBR so that I actually get the 2 of those done. Let's add that as my last book. And yeah, again, don't have a good plot summary for you. Robots. I saw robots on the cover, and it's a series. It's a series called Monk and Robot. So, robots. That'll be good. Hopefully in my wrap up I'll have some much better plot summaries and some good thoughts on that. Let's do a wrap up of all of the books that are on my TBR for April. We've got a book made into a show or movie. I don't have that. I do have the second one I could hold up for fun. Hang on. All right. Well, just for the stack at the end and for the, we'll hold it up. This is the second book, but I will be reading the first of The 3 Body Problem. You can see it's been made into a Netflix show. There you go. Put that back there so you can kind of see. Then we have a beautiful cover, which I grabbed my copy of Little Women. And then we had a book with multiple points of view, which will have Divine Rivals. Then we did our random number generator with our Goodreads, my Goodreads physical TBR, and we got The Last Tale of the Flower Bride. Then we got a book title with 5 words, Sally Rooney's Beautiful World, Where Are You? And then we got an odd number of pages, which is gonna be One Dark Window. Then we got a nonfiction, we're gonna do Crying in H Mart. Lastly, a book set in the future, which we're going to do A Psalm for the Wild Belt. That is my April TBR. We'll see if I get to any of these books. I think I'll get definitely to a majority of them. Maybe. But I'm excited to actually get to learn what the plots of half these books are, since I clearly had no idea. It wasn't very helpful in recommending anything for you to read, but maybe that will come in a future video. So thanks for sticking around, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.